Alright, I was just a bit busy earlier today, but I'm just doing some little fan art, fan sketches for Fairy Odd Parents. I'm still trying to figure out how to draw my fairy OC. I really have to work her, because the last time I did her, I mean, I have been doing some drawings, but the last time I actually used her for story ideas and stuff, I was into Fairy Odd Parents, the really old show. I think only watched up until parts where Perry Poof started popping in, and then I sort of stopped because they didn't show anymore to Australia. I don't know how much of it was shown, and then I lost interest at a certain point, and things went down. But again, I have to say I love some people's Fairly Odd Parents AUs, and some of their OCs are really great. Mine, I don't want to pair up with anyone. I mean, I don't want to stop anyone else having their OCs pair them up with a certain someone. I've seen it happen, but I don't want to get in the way of that, and I don't want to pair anyone up fully. But I would like to have her as more of a... Oh, yeah, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to give her wings. That's what I forgot. Her little wings. Anyway, we'll put that in there. I'm trying to figure her out still, so I'm still coming in. But her name is Felicity. She came from the era... She was technically similar to certain someone's changeling... Fairy changeling Timmy idea, which I love, by the way, which is why I did a little fan out of that here. She's from Australia, but she's from the era sort of when Australia first started getting people sent there. So she's kind of a situation, and Australia is a very rough terrain and stuff, so I'm trying to figure out who her fairy was, and she chose to become a fairy instead of growing up, sort of. But I think I like to pretend that her sister was May Gibbs, but then she of course got forgotten and stuff like that, or I'm not sure her whole story, but sort of still working her out. And I love a lot of people's AU ideas for Timmy. The ones who know that Timmy was just as much the victim as some other characters, because he had some really rotten parents and he had to deal with a really abusive babysitter. If you all have seen the episode with Vicky and the New Wish, which I love, by the way, I kind of hope if we ever do see him in the New Wish show up at some point, we get to either see grow up Timmy, still remembers Perry and Wonder and Poof, and I think they shouldn't be forgotten, because I feel like because his belief in fairies would probably be stronger than a crazy lunatic, because they can't rely on crazy lunatics all the time. Like, the only reason Crocker's allowed to sort of keep believing that fairies exist is because they use these powers. So, But, so I kind of like a lot of people's ideas, and I liked also someone's idea that Perry, after the whole debacle with Dev, though I would like to see Dev with Perry again too, but I kind of like the idea of Perry being godparents to Timmy's kids in the future. So in New Wish, just an idea, and that's someone else's thing. I think that's theirs. They're here on TikTok as well. I've been following them on Tumblr and TikTok and all that. There's so many good ones. I want to draw them all, but I haven't had the time to do it all. I have so many things I got to get around to doing. But I'm just doing some sketch things down to remind me that I want to try and draw some of these. As I said, I love... Mine is very simple, my AU idea for Fairy Timmy. I kind of more likely he's a double version of what human kid Timmy was, but he comes up much later. Like, I think this is someone else's AU with a... Yeah. Like, anyway, like, I like a Timmy's Fairy AU's ideas. There's so many of them, and I love them. I hope they keep pushing them out, because I want to read them all. I want to see them all. I want to help them out with their stories. As I said, I want my little Fairy OC fit in with everyone else's, because I don't want to ruin any of their story ideas. She's more like a background character, sort of side character. She's definitely not main. But, so I'm not shipping her with anyone, but I'd definitely put her under an art thing, because I like drawing and stuff in my spare time. But I also see her also helping out with the record keepings, sometimes probably a little bit with the rules, but she has, like, for the records of saying things would happen, why rules happen certain ways, so she'll be probably giving them to certain changeling fairy Timmy, or Timmy for, like, about things that happen, records, things, why certain rules happen, because the reason I think some people forget why there are certain rules, is certain messes happened, and then she has to record it. But she's also the arts and crafts fairy, so she does like drawings and stuff. Like she'll do portraits of certain things and say like this is from this incident, or she'll do painting little drawing dramas or little film clips and stuff, or photography, because she's not just a record keeping, she's also the arts and crafts fairy, so she has two functions. So I feel like that's what she was fitting in anyway. And also that's why I mentioned her here. I feel like Fairy Timmy would come up later anyway. I mean, there have been a few. I'm not sure where the story continuity is going, though. That's the thing. Well, mine is more like he happens, like, human Timmy's still around, but he's sort of like the leftover remnants, because they need something to help keep Fairy World sort of going or something. I don't know. But I feel like as a reward, because there's a few episodes where Timmy actually saved the Unified, and he wasn't the cause of the Unified being in trouble. But as I said, I like all these Fairy Timmy ideas. I want to see Fairy Timmy so bad, but I also want to see grown-up Timmy doing well in life, because he had to deal with a lot of shit, you know? His parents were quite awful in some of the episodes I've actually remembered to see. So anyway, like, I love them all, but I mean, trying to draw them all is not easy either, because I have to have time to do it. These are little scribble sketches, but anyway, as some of you may not have realized, if it wasn't for Timmy Turner, Perry wouldn't exist. So a lot of you Perry fans, which I'm kind of glad that he's getting more attention for filial parents again. It deserves to get some attention. It was actually a really good show. It's just, it started going off the rails because they kept adding things. I think they were having a hard time trying to figure out how to write it out. And I think New Wish is sort of fixing out all the kinks that happened, because I think they kept trying to keep it going, and the problem is they didn't figure out how to do that. So it's like, I would love to see adult Timmy still remembers. Maybe they find a new way of powering Fairy City, because, no offense, just relying on a crackpot instead maybe have someone who like believes in fairies in a different way without, causing so much trouble to them. Just saying, Timmy might be like an agent to help with that sort of thing, but like protection services, like he'd be like the time to find protections instead of capturing them, But as I said, his human parents, his filial parents had to step in. Wanda and Cosmo and even Perry had to step in and be the family his birth family sucked at doing. Because I have a few video clips actually up on my own Twitter, TikTok, actually, not Twitter, my TikTok, where I show a few clips about how bad Timmy's parents can be, because there are times if they forgot to feed him. I have at least 2 video episodes now on count from season 7. I have on Netflix season 7, so I can show you some bits from there. It's actually a good idea. You get some ideas, because season 7 still, there are some not so good episodes, like the one where Timmy switched places with his own mom, and I think his mom didn't really see Timmy's side of things. Not really. It was more like Timmy getting to see how hard his mum supposedly works. But it's like, that episode threw me off, because there are times she's forgotten to feed Timmy. So I wouldn't have glorified that woman if it was me, but, But anyway, there were times his parents really forgot to feed him. I think... Very Timmy kid version here, but anyway... been doing a lot of drawing. As I said, like, his parents were horrible. I still don't get quite why there's some people who like to say Timmy, I think Hazel deserves to have her fairies too, like I was saying. And as I said, you could see from my little drawing sketch crusade here, I even did a little trying to draw in the style of the show. It's been a while. Some Timmy's here, and I like Timmy talking with Perry, like saying he's quite proud of him being such a good fairy godparent there in the space of what I was doing here. So it was like, sorry for whole rambling on a bit, and you could see me drawing this a little bit. I still need to work on my fairy OC flickers, or Felicity is what I would call her. But I will get around to it when I have some more time. I've just been busy. And there's my drawing of Fairy Timmy again, but there's also another version of Fairy Timmy I love, so yep, here are some of those.